I wish you could have it like slowly fade out the music instead of just cutting it out if I tap out. Adjust my filters. And then wait 30 seconds for this thing to load in. Originally, I thought maybe I should turn my compressor so I feel a little bit louder. It was currently at like +2 dB, and I thought like, oh, what if I raise it to like +3 or something? Which is probably so perfectly small and unnoticeable that like it'd be fine anyway. But I thought, oh, that's a 50% increase. What if that's too much? So I put it back down to like +2.5. So it's just a 0.5 increase now. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I know what I'm gonna try and do today, but I don't know what I'll actually achieve. Oh, I did that today, so that's nice. I also ate food, so that's also important. My audio looks fine. Sometimes it looks like my audio lags a little bit, but like review the clips and stuff and like the VOD afterward. It looks fine. Hopefully it is. Oh, I did want to go find that quantum moon again, and I'm probably not gonna see it on the map. So I'll probably have to just get into what is hopefully orbit or outer space, and then look for it. Sure, that's the home. Unknown. Well, may as well head there since get the unknown thing. When I first started playing, I didn't know like it would identify the signal if you just went close to it and scanned it. I thought it would just be like unknown forever, and you'd have to get that thing again. I forgot how to drive. Good enough. It's just the place that let we get hit by meteors. Fairly small planet, right? I probably should have driven there, so I don't have to walk all this way. But already like 2 steps away from my car. It's the... Okay. I want to check what the gravity was here, but I guess it doesn't show you if you have the signal scope out. I remember seeing this dome thing, but I don't remember, like... Well, I never found out how to get in or what this thing was about. Like, could I have parked any further away? I feel like I just, like, went around the entire planet. I don't remember seeing this thing. Okay, this is new. Bloom, Felix, and I have determined this atypical shard of rock is the reason objects in this grove are behaving in a quantum manner. Of note, a unique signal is coming from the shard. Curiously, our friend the Wandering Moon sounds the same. The quantum moon? The only other object we've observed displaying this quantum behavior is the Wandering Moon. I imagine the moon's behavior and this grove's are related. A note from earlier, Felix mentioned this strange type of rock that isn't found anywhere else on Brittle Hollow. What if it isn't originally from this planet? Hypothesis. This quantum shard is from the wandering quantum moon. Perhaps it is even a small piece of the moon itself. Once more. We also heard the same signal this shard produces calling out from Giant's Deep, Timber Hearth, and the Hourglass Winds. Suppose there are other shards like this one. So are there like a bunch of these giant shards? I'll grab that. Does this thing teleport if I like don't look at it? I hope it doesn't. I get the feeling it does. Trees are moving. I feel like I could have made a Vietnam joke. Something about the trees. The trees in this grove wander about freely. The entire plant, roots and all. This is not normal, even for this alien planet. And I never see them move. Is that even possible? If anyone else witnessed this disturbing behavior, I implore you, record your observations here. Either these trees are aberrant, or my brain must be. Bloom is right. The trees do move. Confess I didn't notice till I read his notes. Alarmingly, it isn't only the trees. There's other matter in this area, such as that unusual shard of rock, moving in the same eerie way. That rock is unusual for another reason too. It such a color and texture I've never seen anywhere else on this planet. Hypothesis. This rock shard's presence is significant. We should study it. Could it be what is causing other nearby objects to also move about this area? So is it just like the same text on every scroll? Like it is. I should have parked here. I could have taken these scrolls so I can have miscellaneous junk on my ship. I think I literally parked on the exact opposite side of the planet. I thought I saw like another piece of text. Well, surface integrity is dropping. I wish I parked closer so I can go get some gas. Oh, here we go. There's the thing I saw. Beneath your feet lies the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you're preparing to make your first pilgrimage to the quantum moon, descend the steps to the entrance below. The knowledge held within will help you on your journey. Haven't I done this before? I thought I did the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Like, I went to Giant's Deep and went inside, like, the big hurricane, and it was there. But this looks different. I don't think I want to fall back down to the hole. That sounds like a whole ordeal. I'll keep an eye on that surface integrity. The Southern Observatory. Entrance to the Tower of Quantum Knowledge below. 90 M. It's like an elevator. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, so this is like an elevator. Another scroll. I should have brought the scrolls. Put them in my pocket. Be welcomed in this place. Above you stands the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. If you're making your first pilgrimage to the quantum moon, ascend these stairs and obtain the last knowledge. The last of the knowledge you need for your journey. Crossroads east. Yeah, that sounds east. Yeah, am I supposed to, like, go there? Gravity is stronger here, so I probably won't be able to fly all the way up there. If only I parked closer. Hang on. I just want to double check. My audio's not lagging. Because it looks like it is, but it's probably not. Wait, yeah, there's the oxygen down here. Where am I supposed to go? East. What if I go? What's gonna happen when, like, the surface integrity reaches 0? Like the planet gonna fall apart or something? Sounds about right. So I've got no time to waste. Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Oh, you launched this, great. Good job, I already read this. But, yeah. What are you doing here? City. I learned something. I found the Nomai escape pod in Brittle Hollow. Wow, so then the Nomai probably came here from somewhere outside the solar system. And they must have been in trouble when they launched their escape pods. But what kind of trouble? And where did the escape pod launch from? I'm so curious. This is an amazing discovery. I hope we can find out more about how and why the Nomai arrived here. I learned something. Actually, never mind. What's he doing here? Oh yeah, he's not a geologist. Right. It's a good thing he doesn't remember that I've been here before and I didn't listen to him the first time. Unless... Where's my scout? Where's my surface integrity? Complimentary scroll. Oh, 2%. That's plenty, right? I noticed my flashlight was brighter. I came from down there. Gravity can east 400. But yeah, there it is. Read this sign first. Hanging City, north, 250. Well, that was deeply unpleasant. I made it this far though. Guess that's the part to focus on, not how I'll eventually have to get back up that path. But wow, this place sure is something. Looks like the Hanging City is north from here. And east there's a gravity cannon. I definitely want to see that. And another thing, I'm detecting oxygen from somewhere below, which is good, since I used up a lot of my supply of screaming during the trip down from the surface. As soon as I stop dry heaving, I'm going to head farther down below so I can refill my tank. How's the sun looking? Sun looks fine. Hey Zix, welcome in. I'm doing good, I'm just exploring. Wondering what's gonna happen when surface integrity reaches 0%. Which seems like it's taking a while. When I first got here it was like 64%, and then it went down to like 32. It seems like it keeps getting cut in half each time, which is... I guess convenient if you want stuff to not, like, break. But I'm curious what's gonna happen. I wish my house was this durable. Especially since, there are certain, like, events that cause damages to my house. But that's besides the point. Memory Crystal Workshop. Just exploring. I still don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm just looking around. Durable and 1%. Yes. Like, you know, like that anime, those big chested anime girl, like, shirt buttons? That's the surface integrity right now. Yeah. Seems fine. Like, I started not even like half an hour ago. Started like 24 minutes ago. In fact, if nothing else, I was like 5 minutes late. So, for Twitter, I had this like idea. I had this idea to make like a tier list to put on Twitter. It's like based on like when people start streams. Like the top tier is like start stream 10 minutes early and then like waits for people to come in before starting doing stuff. Tier 2 is like start stream on time, does stuff immediately. And then the third one is like starts getting ready for stream on time and then actually starts at a variable time afterwards. I would probably be in the third one. Oh, there's a hole. Why is my scout so far away? Is there ghost matter here? And your back hurts. I'll help you pop that sacroiliac joint just like I said you should. A while ago. I think a while ago I said to you something like I started getting a bunch of like massage therapy and like stretching YouTube videos and tutorials. And I keep hearing the term like sacroiliac joint. It's apparently a really important joint in your body. I think it's like your lower back. Like when I twist my body, I hear a crack sometimes. Like that. You probably can't hear it, but I cracked my back. How's the sun looking? The sun looks okay, even though it's about to blow up. That's what my dad said before I got therapy. My ship. I see that my sun is about to blow up, and I want to GTFO because I do not want to be near when the sun eventually causes problems for me. I feel like I'm gonna say that every single time I like check the status of the sun. Yeah. I think I realized that I literally parked on the exact opposite side of the planet from where I actually want to be. I have to like walk all the way. It's a good thing I found a nice steady parking spot, right? I fell. Well, I guess I'm on another adventure now. In my escape attempt to get away from my son, I fall into a dark pit. Apparently I've gone for cigarettes. What if I just spin here? You know, this actually seems kind of like fun. Assuming it's safe. Because I remember I used to play Super Mario Galaxy when I was a kid, and there was this one planet that was like... It got smaller the longer you stayed on it, and eventually it gets so small that if you jumped on it, you would just like circle and orbit the planet, and I thought that was really fun. I should probably save my fuel. We're gonna fall in. What did I hit? I just wanted to take this scroll and put it in my ship. I just wanted to get a souvenir. Now, well, given the circumstances, I think now I just want to, you know, find some solid ground to stand on, like as I watch the world crumble around me. And what more could anybody ask for, really? I suppose it would be too much to ask for a campfire too. I mean, that is not the first time I fell through that, though. Actually, I've already been this. I just want to look at the sun. Well, at least I have oxygen now. Well, this is new, so I better like hurry up. Especially since I hear the sun blowing up. Welcome to Whitehall Station. If you fell through the black hole by accident, don't worry. If you were I've heard this. I read all this. Yeah, must stand the word platform. Look on the wait station rotate. I can see the line happen. That's one lifetime done. Just like my promo message, I was just thinking, is it okay to spend a lifetime having not learned anything? If you just like enjoy where you are? Because like, I definitely encourage people to explore life, explore the world around them, but is it such a bad thing to stay stagnant if you're happy where you are? Like, I thought about this a bit before too, because like, from what I've gathered, it seems like we, like, Parthians, whatever species we are, it seems like we love space travel, but not everyone does. Like, some people sit here, like, on their home planet, not exploring the universe, just like playing music, cooking, fishing. So I guess not everybody enjoys space travel, even though it's like, from what I've gathered, the dominant, like, life path. That kid's probably gonna be like a space traveler. So I think I got something new in my logs. Quantum shard, quantum signal. I was looking for the quantum moon, but I found another thing and decided to go there instead. I just noticed I have like a little like temp gauge right there. I wonder if it actually like works, or if it's just like PNG or something. If I had to guess, I think it'd probably work because I feel like Outer Wilds is made to that standard. Quantum moon. I feel like I should probably fly manually to the quantum moon. Because I think if I open my map, I'm just gonna... It's just gonna disappear. I should probably, like, slow down. because I'm almost certainly gonna miss this and then have to turn around. Is it behind the this place? Yeah, the quantum moon. I can just like stop. Stop. Okay. I feel like that's I can get a better angle. I could probably just like take a picture like this. I hope that works. Alright. Take 3 on the quantum moon. Because last time I landed with a ship and then like I tried to like drive around with the ship and then like as soon as I left the ground, like the quantum moon just disappeared. Where's my... I feel like my car has been stolen. So this is the third time I've been on here. I guess like technically the second time because the actual second time I've been here, like I didn't actually get to see anything. I've recalled the rule of quantum imaging. 6 location. I don't know what that means. I mean, I'm terrified of like those teleporting obelisks. If I turn around and I see one, I'm gonna be terrified. Oh, is that my ship? I don't know what I'm gonna find here. Like, I'm gonna hope that I'm like the only living thing here. What if I go to like the bottom? You know what? I was gonna like pretend to be dumb and pretend I didn't see it, but I probably shouldn't do that here, considering things have a tendency to teleport when I'm not looking at them. Wait, was that my scout? I think it might have been. Isn't that like the statue face? Like the 3-eye thing? So what happens if I go to like the northmost point? I remember this thing. I went here like one time, and then I drove that ship, and that's how I got the clip of me driving into the sun, or at least driving into one of the suns. I ran over my son. Got a clip of it. I think I'm not gonna get to see anything like anything useful with the signal scope. Is there something like here? I feel like if I get too high up, I'm just gonna like I'm gonna get ejected from the planet and it's gonna teleport away. Because that's what happened last time when I was like on my ship. I feel like I can't go up that high. I feel like I'm gonna get ejected. I think that's the edge of the planet. I mean, I figured there's gotta be something special about this moon, considering what you have to do to like land on it. Anything new? I don't have anything new here. Are these like all the planets and stuff? I think I remember this like sigil or something. This small sigil. When I went to like chase down that satellite, which I thought was an impossible task, but I somehow caught up to it. Yeah, they teleport, right? I feel like you say that like as if I'm missing something really obvious. Which I probably am. So I have a really dumb idea that like that's dumb enough that I'm probably not gonna do it right now. I was gonna see if I could be crushed by the door. Probably. I've been here before. Yeah? So pull. Well, I'm gonna try this thing again. Which I believe puts me here. I don't know if I exited the ship after I did that. I might have. Southern Observatory. I heard a piano key. feel like that either means I made a discovery or I've entered a significant place. I feel like at some point during my experience playing Outer Wilds, I'm going to be like ambushed by something. Like something that's not an obelisk, and that sounds terrifying. Activate the gravity camp. Let's roll home. So that one time I launched this ship with me in it, that one time I just so happened to hit like that one little star orbiting this planet, and I burned up. That one time. I don't know what this is. What's the left one do? Because I know there are like 3 prongs, but I don't know what the third one does. What does the right one do? I don't really have a ship, so... Am I going back down? I'm gonna assume I'm coming back down to the planet. Which I thought was a lot closer than that, but... Where am I gonna land? So I think I fell through the black hole. I hope you can't hear my grandma's ravings in the background. That could be another point of discussion. If you've been keeping up with my Twitter, you might notice that I've started documenting, like, the insane things that she's been doing. Especially like that recent one, the donut story, where a couple of days ago, we got some donuts and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat these at 2 a.m. And then like when I went to go get them at 2 a.m., they were gone. I couldn't find them anywhere. And then the next morning I found like the 2 donuts that I wanted to eat were in the toilet. Like Not even like a bite taken out of them, they were just like the entire things were in the toilet. And that one that I didn't want to eat was like half eaten, still in the box in my grandma's room, which was slightly sad. I don't. Yeah. Is that supposed to happen? I thought this thing was supposed to be like secure. I mean, sometimes it's amusing. Like if I was posting like a picture that's like a picture of someone looking really disappointed and captioning it like me bearing witness to the most like unusual occurrences that no sane person would ever think of. The quantum moon again. What if? What if I could land on that thing? Like, with just my body? Nah. I was hoping I could jump across. Wait, can I catch that? I'm probably not gonna get that. There's no way I'm making it to Dark Bramble like this without a ship. I don't even know if I should try, if I should just like meditate to death. How close is the thing? I feel like the interloper is moving faster. I feel like it didn't always go that fast. Like, I feel like if I started like using the meditate till next loop function, I wouldn't be experiencing the game as fully as I could. Where instead I'm trying to like live out every life to the fullest. Which sounds really great, but actually it's probably just exactly as great as it sounds. I want to see what else I can squeeze out of this life. I want to see if I can make it home. Which I probably can't if I'm being real. I wonder if I still can make it home. Actually, maybe I will be able to like get past it. Yeah. So, in true fashion with my driving skills, I've completely missed home planet where I had the opportunity to land there. I feel like Rebig's theme is like the most iconic to Outer Wilds, so that's probably my favorite one. I forgot to open up my like spreadsheet of conversation topics. Last time I played Outer Wilds, I prepared a whole list, like a notepad file, of like things to talk about, and I ended up not even looking at it a single time. And I plan to open that up again today, but I forgot to open it. Usually when I play Outer Wilds, I just forget what I want to talk about anyway, and just experience it. I guess I'll try and explore the lunar ruins. I feel like there's probably more quantum things to do. I think I see the escape thing, which I could chase it down, but I feel like I've done that a couple times already, and it didn't seem to do anything at the moment. Like, surely there's gotta be something there. Oh, by the way, Loon, if you're still here, I did ask you like a question on Discord, but I didn't get a response, so I was wondering, like, if you saw it. I'm still wondering about that. I have been looking around for like games to put on my wish list, and I did find some. I was wondering like, what's the upper limit? Because I don't want to hit you with like a massive bill. And like a couple of the games I saw were like on sale, and I don't know when the sale ends. Anything on the the moon's small. I could probably just run around. I think I should have driven here. Whenever I've gone, actually, let me inspect all this. I think I've probably seen all this before, but not for a while. So I might have to recheck again. I think I have seen this before. I wish you could check the ship's log on the go. Like, I came here hearing that, like, there was something, like maybe some ruins or something. Maybe I can ask the guy. Whenever I've gotten games as a gift growing up, there's always been, like, what I feel might sound like a strict, like, budget. Because, like, my birthday will come around and it's like, okay, you got, like, $5 to spend on a game. What do you want? And I have to, like, look so carefully because when I was younger, it would be so rare that I get, like, a new game. So I'd better pick something that I was gonna probably sink thousands of hours into. What's this place? I was about to ask what this guy eats out here, but I guess technically marshmallows. Yeah. When I was a kid, like, I basically lived off of, like, Flash games. And, like, after, like, a few years, my computer would end up with some sort of virus. That was, like, a staple of my childhood experience. It doesn't happen anymore, though. Maybe it's because, like, they're more secure now, or, like, or I'm smarter. Yeah. I think when I was really young, my go-to Flash game say was Antcon Arcade, or something like that. Actually, I do remember something I want to talk about. It's kind of like a funny story. So, when I was a kid, I played like a bunch of Flash games, and one of the games I played was called like uh, the Seven Deadly Sins. You may or may not have heard of it. The premise is that like uh, your friend makes a bet with you. He bets that you can't commit the Seven Deadly Sins in 14 days, and your guy is like, "You're on. I'm gonna commit the Seven Deadly Sins in 14 days." And yeah, you know that game? And I have beaten it once, like, and I'm really proud of that because I was a kid. But I'm remembering like the pride sin. It's like you had this daily competition for like Daily Mail, like you're the man of the day or something, and it's like you go on a competition where you answer trivia questions or something and get interviewed, and then you play like DDR at the end, and then if you do well enough and have enough points, you get the pride sin. But thinking about the quiz part again, I think it sounds kind of funny. Like, I was a little kid at the time, and I didn't understand a lot of things about the world, but I remember specifically, right before the quiz started, they gave you instructions on stuff and what to do, and they were like, if you don't know what to talk about, just talk about your hair. And I remember, question one. Question one was, do you want world peace? And I was a kid, so I didn't know what world peace meant, so I just said, I like my hair. And I lost points for that. I got negative points because of that. And as an adult, I'm thinking now, if somebody did that in real life, what would you think? Where they were like instructed, like, if you don't know what to do, talk about your hair, and then you ask them, um, do you support this like a very positive and progressive movement? And they just say, I like my hair. Which, considering how I am now today, I feel like that's very, very on brand for me, because like hair is such a great interest for me. I'll go to the Hourglass Twins. Yeah. One of the things I pride myself on is playing games before I knew how to read. I mean, like, what if the question was like, do you support human rights? And then they gave a really vague answer. Because I feel like that's sort of what happened. Because I feel like you probably should like hope for world peace and hope that nobody in the world suffers. Yeah. Sometimes I kind of want to like go back to my old childhood Flash games and see how much I demolish them now. I think I mentioned to you before that a while ago, I used to like revisit old childhood Flash games and like write scripts to play them for me and utterly demolish them. I think one of my main ones. Yeah. One of the main ones I did was I might have told you about this, but there's this game called Clockwords where it's like uh it's a typing game where you type words and each letter is like a bullet and you shoot robot spiders that are trying to like steal your stuff or something. It's like defense like that. And I made a script to basically automate that and technically like farm stronger letters. Because at the end of each stage or like as a rare drop, enemies could drop like iron letters, which like you put into a pool, and then if you use an iron letter, then it does like extra damage or something. Yeah. And then like I totally automated that to the point where I had like 80 pages of like full letters, and it became a hassle to like actually clean them all up and upgrade them. Like I had a list of like 20 words because you couldn't really use like the same word like 420. And what I would do is like I would have one really, really good word, and then the rest words were like 3-letter minimum words. So the idea was to get my super word out like fast, and then like cycle through the rest of them as fast as possible. Because what I figured was that like if I filled the entire list with super long words, then like it would take too long to actually fire them all out. So it was better to have one really good one, and then the rest are just like super short fodder. And I now know that the longest English word with no repeating characters is uncopyrightable. So that's a fun fact I figured out. I've not been here before. Yeah. Demolishing my old childhood games with an auto clicker. I haven't done that for a little while. I think I sort of fell out of Flash games. Maybe it's because, like, you know, Flash has been discontinued and all, and like it's a huge hassle to like re-enable it and stuff, find workarounds. That might be why. Is there a scroll I can find here? Auto clickers. And then I think the first game I automated was like an idle game where like I figured out it was most efficient to like do one thing for like 0.02 prestige and then reset. And if you do that like hundreds of times a minute, it was the most efficient. So I did that, demolished that game. I don't know what I'm doing. I tell people that like I hate programming, but there's a caveat to that. I don't like programming like for somebody else mainly. Like especially for free. Like I'll do it as a job. I'll take a job that's programming, but I will not do personal projects. And that's one of the main reasons why it's so hard for me to like be in that field. Because most of the programmers you see are like super proud of their work and they have their own personal projects. Like you know what I'm talking about. They do crazy stuff in their own time and then they show it off to an employer. I don't do that. And I never will. It's like being an artist with no portfolio. It's like, yeah, I know my stuff, but you just trust me, bro. Here's our first delivery, Yarrow. One warp core, fresh from the Black Hole Forge. Root is installing this core's sibling on Brittle Hollow as I write this. My gratitude, Clary. With this, the Ash Twin project is underway. I confess, I'm deeply curious about what you and Poke found on Whitehall Station that started this project. Could I visit sometime to learn more? I recommend you do. The Whitehall Station is the model for the towers being built for the Ash Twin project, so a visit to the station would be doubly useful. I suppose, more precisely, I would like to visit the Whitehall Station with you, Clary. Yarrow, stop using the scroll wallet to throw my sister. In romantic matters, her density rivals of neutron stars. And go meet her on the Whitehall Station. I'd be happy to explain our findings. Oh, this a romance story. Good game. I wish I could wait here for you to arrive, but the forge and my unfinished work there is calling. I'll return with more materials soon. Yeah. But also, like I think I understand like the whole thing about like being worried about having a hobby because there are so many people who take so much more pride in the hobby than you and they're so much better than you. And I think you see this especially in programming where like you make a little thing for fun, yay, and then like the guy next to you is like doing the most absurd things imaginable. Like I was in high school learning how to program, like entry-level class, and one of our projects was to like pick a personal project, like learn something and make something. And the guy next to me, this guy made a neural network, like AI learning, to simulate the evolution of computer storage. And what it did was like, it simulated how computers evolved to store information efficiently. Like in the beginning, you just store it randomly, whatever. But as you let it evolve and learn, it would start to become really efficient. And if he let that thing run for like a month or like a year or two, that would probably like reveal like new discoveries in real life. And this kid was in high school, like under 18, and he's doing stuff like that. And yeah. Yeah. I put down the scroll somewhere in my ship. I guess I'm just carrying this now. Yeah. Like, back in my programming days, like, there were a lot of unique things that I learned, such that like most programmers typically are like really like arrogant and like self-confident. They think they're the best, which sounds weird, but statistically, apparently that's true. But I'm not like that, apparently. Like for example, in the workforce, if you ask a programmer to give you an estimate on like how long it take them to do a project, they tend to overestimate their skills and say they can get it done like half the time it actually would take them. So one of the things they teach you is to like give yourself a bit of extra time, and it's different for each person. So you learn how much you overestimate yourself and then you give yourself like twice the time. Like for example, I keep getting battered around by something. I just want to like tell the story and not be battered around by sand. Yeah. It's like, for example, you like do the exercise enough, you eventually learn how much you overestimate your skills. Like, for example, like, oh, it tends to take me twice as long to finish my projects than I think. So that what you do with that is when someone asks you for an estimate, you make your estimate and then you double the time. But when I did that, like, I found out that I underestimated myself, which is it's a really nice like self-confidence thing to say. Like, I'm better than I think I am. I'm better than I give myself credit for, which it's great and all, but I'm gonna continue to self-deprecate myself, put myself down. So what I found was that when I would give my estimate for how long it would take me to do something, I would get it done twice as fast, which was really unusual because most people overestimate themselves and they're like really arrogant and like sometimes a pain to work with. But it turns out I'm really good to work with, and I'm really cooperative and open-minded, which is nice. I was told that I was a rare breed of programmer, which I might just be. I feel like the sun's about to go. I don't know what I achieved on this planet. Yeah. I think that like in the programming field especially, a lot of people like ruin it. Like for example, like me, for example. You learn the skill, you go to like school for it, and then you just want to like get a job, completely ordinary. But then like other people like soiling the sample size because like they're crazy skilled, and then employers expect you to be like that too. Where's my ship? I think I want to like get out of here. So like for example, you work for a company and there's like a client wants a certain thing, and then you're like, okay, I'll do it done in like this long, like 5 days, and then your client, who doesn't know anything about the field, is like, what? But this guy gets done in like half a day, and then you have to explain to them that they get it done in half a day because they work 24/7, they work weekends, they don't take vacations, they don't have any self-care, and you're not like that. And as a client, I feel like not everybody understands that. Like those insane people who do crazy things, like they probably do it unhealthily. Which is, I mean, you probably know some people like that, and I don't mean to like say anything about them, but in the programming field, that's what you see a lot. And one of my professors in college, I think they made a quote that like I took a screenshot of and like saved it. Yeah. Yeah. Like you can be like that, but like for what purpose? At the end of the day, like you just have like a fancy big house, a rich person's condo that you're never in because you're always working. That you got a nice sofa that you never sit on because you're always working. You've got family and friends that you never see because you're too busy working. Like he told the class to like not forget the important things in life because at the end of the day, work is work, and there is a lot more out there than work. I don't know what happened to him now though. I think he did like start up his own like boot camp or something for security over the summer, which I didn't join, so I didn't get to follow him. If I really wanted to pursue programming, it might have been a good idea to follow him, but I decided not to. I think maybe he stands out to me so much was because he was one of my only professors who, like, I would describe as not insane. One of the reasons why I'm like really iffy about going back to my program is that most of my professors are what I would describe as insane, and there is no getting around that. The way my programming worked was that there were courses that were only taught by one specific professor. So like a group of professors that teach like their own courses, and they're the only ones that teach it. If you want a degree, you had to go through them, and you had to deal with all their bullshit. So yeah. Yeah. Okay. There is something I want to try at Dark Bramble. That's all I had there. Yeah. Like, sure, first day on the job, first day, like, you know, give it all you got. And then, like, I feel like just naturally, too, like, as you work there longer, the light goes out of your eyes, then you start to, like, well, for lack of a better term, you become, like, soulless. Actually, let me give you another, like, fun statistic about programmers. So it's a very common thing to say that programmers have two personalities, like two types of humor. A programmer either has an amazing sense of humor, or they have absolutely no sense of humor at all. There is no in between. And I thought that was really funny. I like to think that I can be both. Because, like, I think I'm like a good mixture. People tell me I'm funny, but also I'm really good at like keeping a straight face, and like I basically never laugh at anything. So that could make a case for like no sense of humor. I don't know if that's what it means. I might have mentioned this before, but like I have been trying to look for like a job recently, and I did send out an application to like my old company that I used to be a programmer at. Oh. He's stuck on the rock. Stuck in his jaw. Well, that was short-lived. I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. So I wanted to go to like the red dot. I just think it's a bit of a shame that Bramble is probably the furthest away planet from where you spawn. And it's like on the other side of the sun, so you have to be careful of the sun as you fly there. Yeah. So I applied to my old workplace, like with optimism, like maybe they'll remember me and they'll remember like how great of a worker I was, and they'll take me back, which is really unlikely because I applied to a co-op position and I'm not in the co-op. Also, I have no credentials, like next to no credentials. The only thing I have is like the fact that two people in the company know me and they know like I'm a great worker. Yeah. Like I'm starting to like I haven't heard back from them yet, and I don't know if I will, but I'm starting to wonder. I've been starting to have second thoughts, which maybe it's normal. Like maybe like I'll still take it anyway, but got me thinking, do I really want to go back there? I've had nothing but a great experience there, don't get me wrong. But like the last time I was there, they like set me off and did my co-op term with like high hopes. Yeah, high hopes. Like saying like, oh, I got into like a better program than my supervisor did, and they probably expected me to come back like a couple years later with like degree in hand, like ready to be one of their best people, which is not the case. And I'm wondering if I can like really go back there empty-handed with nothing to show for it. Like, wonder if they're gonna like think anything. I don't really want to have to explain like why, because that's as you say like a really personal thing. Yeah. Actually, lately I feel like I've been feeling a little bit like down lately because in the past, like recently in the past few days, it's dawned on me just how unlikely it is that I'll be able to find anything remotely close by. Because actually, let me take a drink. Because I'm thirsty. Yeah, because I've been working with like an employment like office and stuff, and they're gonna help me like find employment and stuff. And just the other day, they sent me like a link to like a job fair that was going on, and I was like, oh great, like where is it? And it turns out it's like 4 hours away, and that like sort of knocked the wind out of my sails. Like oh, like that is really far. I don't think I'm actually gonna go there. I hope I'm safe in here. I want to look at him suffer and try to get me. Hey Loon, it's you. Yeah. Yeah, like they had a site and stuff with like some of the places that were gonna be there. I took a look at them, and most of them were like even further away. I found the position for like, police constable, and it was at a location that was 7 hours away across like the country. So that's a no-go. Another one was like the army, which if they tried to recruit me to the army, I think I would fail the test. So I don't think so. I wouldn't want that anyway, and my mom would be sad. I think I messed this up already. Can they get me in here? Because like I'm in like a safe little hole, right? 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 They didn't eat me. Like, I did not get, like, chomped on. I think I just got, like, knocked. Yeah. I took a look at some of the other, like, options, and there were things that I was, like, not qualified for. Like, line chef, gourmet chef requires, like, a degree in culinary arts, which I don't have. I actually didn't have my seatbelt on. I think I would have lived if I did. I was going to eject. Like exit, and then, like, they got me. It does. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll try and have a bit more confidence then, instead of, like, being ready to eject. I wonder if Slate has a comment about that. I feel like he probably should. The fact that I didn't have a seatbelt on. Yeah. So I saw a lot of positions for, like, really far away places, or places that I obviously will not be able to, like, do the job for. I did find one really funny looking one though, and it was that, like, yeah, it was like ERP supervisor, and I thought that was really funny. Like, I went to Zix's channel, I told him, like, hey, I found a job posting for ERP supervisor, and he's like, oh, did you apply for it? And I'm like, no, it was too far away. And he's like, oh, you should have applied for it, mate. See what they were doing. I thought it was really funny. ERP supervisor. Yeah. I think it's gonna be even harder because, like, I'm ideally looking for a job that's, like, night shift, graveyard shift, because I don't know if I can function, like, during normal human hours. If I did get, like, a job at my old place again, I'd probably have to do that, but I think that would be manageable. Because I know they're very flexible with their hours. Like, you go in whatever time you want, you stay there and work for, like, X amount of hours, and then you can go home. Or you can just work from home. But working from home is a really competitive, like, thing, because everybody wants that nowadays. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a wide berth this time. As a reward. I mean, if a job says, like, they let you work from home, that could be a benefit, but, like, it better not be the only benefit, because that's still work. If I'm sitting at home, you better pay me for, like, booting up the old work PC and, like, doing stuff for you. But it is kind of nice. Actually, I would like being able to work from home as a benefit. Not as a necessity, as a benefit. Because, like, my grandma is very old and we cannot leave her home alone. I do not want to work from home because I can't leave the house. Like, I want to be able to, you know? That's one thing I've really thought about, because, like... Hey, let me turn my light. Because... I can't leave my grandma home alone in good faith. Because... Actually, let me check this in the ad. That's just 1 minute. Because... Like, she's very old and very, like, mentally degraded. Like, at the end of this year, I hope I get a PhD with, like, the amount of mental degradation, like, that I've been witness to. Because like, if she realizes she's home alone, she's going to have a meltdown. That's what happened once. Like when I was in college, my mom was picking me up and we were driving home. And when we got home, like the whole house was like upside down. It was like a mess. Like there was like paintings off the wall. Like my personal painting from Briar was on the floor, and I was so mad. Well, I would have been really mad, but I couldn't be because it really wouldn't have achieved anything. Not as in like because anger is not constructive and doesn't achieve anything, but because my grandma like would not be able to comprehend what's going on. So there's really no point. There's no point getting upset with my grandma because she really does not understand the thing. And that's really like unfortunate. Okay, so I had an idea. Let me check my log to be sure. Considering the amount of effort I spent to like get to this one point, I better like execute this right. Okay. I don't see anything there. Okay. My plan is this. I'm going to like drive the ship forward and lead it into like into the anglerfish, but I'm going to like stay behind. Well, I didn't get eaten. I feel like I need another plan. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, my grandma. So like, I had a talk with my mom like a while back saying like, hey, like, I can't get a job if my grandma's living here. If I get a job, she has to go somewhere else because we can't leave her home alone. And my mom's like, yeah, yeah, I'll make sure she finds somewhere else like after you get a job. And I'm skeptical because, well, for one, where are we gonna put her? Because no other family member wants her. Like every other family member like wants her to stay as far away as possible, and that's why like they just stuck her on us without consulting me. I'll add. That's like my least favorite part. They didn't ask me about anything. They just did it. And I'm skeptical because they didn't want her before, but are they going to take her just because like I found the job and I can't look after her? I look after her anyway. I do not look after her. I look after my house. I'm worried about my house, not her. And even if I did like find a job, she's not gonna be out the next day. She's still gonna have to like be here. And I think one or two things is gonna happen. Cause like I'm going to have to like do some work days, probably, and just leave her here alone. And then either my family member is going to be like, hey, see, you can leave her home alone, it's totally fine, and then they're not going to take her, and then I'll have a job and I'll have to leave her home alone because like they didn't hold up their end of the bargain. Or I will find a job after like many months of like hard work and trying, and then I'll have to quit that job because I can't leave my grandma home alone. And that would be like, well, a huge slap in the face because things weren't supposed to work out that way, but I suspect they will work out that way. because historically, my extended family has not been very cooperative at all. Like, there are records of them taking advantage of my mom because my mom is the biggest doormat in the family. But also, because, frustratingly enough, I am the least valuable member of the family because I'm well into my adulthood, and I don't have a degree, I don't have a job, and for the sake of my own mental well-being, I'm going to assume that they don't, like, tell people and refer to me as, like, the least valuable member, but the statistics are there. Like, I sure feel like the least valuable member because, well, for starters, nobody visits me. Like, I don't want people to visit me, but it's very common that I have to, like, open the door for somebody because they want to visit my grandma, or they're just wanting to, like, do something. And then, if I'm unlucky, they have, like, the gall to comment, like, oh, I'm a late ariser, like, what, I'm not a normal human being, and I have to tell them, like, to their broken English, like, well, I don't even know what to say to them. It's just like, yeah. I'd really rather they didn't point it out, and I'd love it if they treated me like a normal human being. But one time, and I remember this very fondly because it definitely stood out. Like, I was in bed, it was like 10 a.m., and then my aunt came to visit, and she spammed my doorbell. Like, she was probably gonna spam it like 100 times in a minute, and I was like, why? Like, I can't tell them to stop because they don't speak English. And it's like, after like a minute or two, like, I finally got up. I was like, and I'm going to look at them, like the most unimpressed expression ever. But my grandma opened the door after like a few minutes of trying because the door is really like tight and difficult to open. And she let them in, and I was just like, okay, well, I'm up now. I'm just gonna see how this goes. And I heard them talking. I heard them commenting like, oh, they expected me to open the door. Like, oh, why is my grandma being open the door? And I don't know exactly what my grandma said, but I understand a little bit. And for what I have gathered, they said like, oh, I'm really slow. I'm just like that. Like, I'm a late riser. I'm probably sleeping. I'm lazy, and I would be offended if I hadn't heard that thousands of times already. And it's like, I was just standing right next to the door, waiting for them to leave, and then they were about to go, and like they walked around the corner and saw me, and like I jump scared them by standing menacingly, and I just said to them, just like, get out, please, just get out, and they left. So what am I gonna do here? I guess while I think, I could give another story about like one time like somebody came to visit, and then like it just left me feeling really offended. Like, I was in the washroom and like someone rang on the doorbell, and I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm in the washroom. I literally cannot go get the door. So my grandma had to go get it, and there's my aunt again. And my aunt asked, "Oh, like why didn't I open the door?" And my grandma said, "Oh, I'm probably sleeping. I'm just lazy like that." And my aunt agreed, like, "Oh yeah, Rai is so lazy. He never gets up on time." And like, I'm right next to the door. The washroom is right next to the front door, so I'm just like, "Hello, Patch Dude." So I knocked on the door like, "Hey, I'm here. I'm not sleeping. I'm here." And they didn't hear me, and like I rushed to like get out there because I wanted to give them a piece of my mind. Like, I'm here, I can hear you guys. Like, so I did, and they're just like, oh, like, came out and it's like, I'm not sleeping, I was here. I was here the whole time, I heard everything. Oh, yeah. I'll check something. I have an idea though. Okay. Yeah. Okay. My legs hurt. Okay. So I'm thinking. Originally, my original idea was like, what if I just go like on foot and just like I just really, really hug the wall? I think I tried that one time and it didn't work. But I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna like really, really try and hug the wall this time. It's gonna be like all those times I went ice skating without actually being able to ice skate. So what I did was I just hugged the entire edge of the arena the whole time instead of having a good time. I don't think this is gonna work. I think I'm still missing something. I feel like I might have been able to do that better. Because, like, I didn't check if I was hugging the wall as closely as I could. Because, like, I was surprised I made it as far as I did. Because I thought they would, like, lock onto me immediately. Because that's what always happened before. But still, if I was supposed to be closer to the wall, that's pretty tight. I don't know if that, like, I should be expected to do that. Considering I don't think you, like, unlock anything in this game, I probably have the tools to be able to do that, but I just don't know what I have to do yet. I'll probably figure it out. Also, of course, the 1x6 hosted Jackbox in like 20 minutes. I've been like playing Outer Wilds. If I wasn't playing Outer Wilds, I would definitely join Jackbox, but I'm not like canceling Outer Wilds. Like, I might cut it short, but not by much. If this is still playing Jackbox in 1 hour, then I'll join. But like, if it's less than an hour, I'm not joining. I'm doing a full 4 hours of like Outer Wilds or something like that. Okay. So my gamer urges just told me to look up a guide for this, but I probably shouldn't do that because it's Outer Wilds. If this was like an ordinary another game, like not a mystery game, I probably might do that, but not for Outer Wilds. I have respect for the gift I've been given. I intend to experience it as intended. So, I think I have launched a scout at like the core of the red thing before, and it looked like there was a bunch of like orb things. I don't actually know what they were, but like I feel like I'm bashing my head against the wall, but I have another idea. Well, not necessarily an idea, but more like a thought. So I'm gonna get in there and then we're gonna try something. What if there are like quantum objects nearby that I might be able to like manipulate? Which I think is unlikely because I don't know what I could do with them, but maybe. Okay. Another idea. What if... Yeah, like these orb-looking things. Okay. What if, like, I try and hit one of the lures? I doubt it's gonna work, and if it does, it's gonna be like really hard to line up. But what if? This probably isn't gonna work, and this is probably like be really hard to actually do. I don't even know if they have collision. Do I have any like information on these things? Okay. Uh. The one thing I've noticed is that like when I buckle up, they like light up. Okay. What if I just like hit one of them with the scout? Which will probably anger them and they'll probably come and kill me immediately. But... I thought it would anger them. They just eat it. Okay. Heading out. I have the oxygen for this. Now. If I come back here again, I do want to try something else again. Do they see me now? I turn on my headlight. Does my headlight make a difference? I'm hugging the wall. I don't think it's gonna work. Wait. Oh, my scout. Okay. So I noticed something. I thought it would eat me immediately, but I shot my scout at it, and apparently it just like it blocked it a little bit. I blocked them with the scout. Sec. Tap out. I want to try that again. Okay. But there is also another thing I want to test. I think there's an anglerfish, like outside of that like red dot teleporter thing. And I want to use that one anglerfish to test something. Actually, maybe I can go visit Feldspar. Maybe I can, like, he can tell me what to do. He probably won't. If he gives me any hints, he's probably gonna be, like, really cryptic about it. Yeah, I have another plan. It seems as though there's an unknown distress beacon somewhere inside here. Okay. I might be getting somewhere. Oh, see that again. Is my scout still traveling? I thought it stopped. Wait. hit something moving? What's... Hey, hang on. What's in, like, the red core thing? I think that's just, like, another teleport. Well, I think that's the thing. Can I, like, inspect this thing? Can I identify it? Okay, well, I have something new now. I don't know what this does. Our escape pod crashed as we tried to flee this place, destroying our movement and communication capabilities in the process. We've held out as long as we could here, but this pod's supply of breathable air is nearly depleted, and the anglerfish attack is more and more frequently. Our best chance at survival is to return to the vessel to either repair the damage or, more probably, await rescue. Seka, is the message finished? The vessel's beacon is already growing fainter. It'll be gone in a matter of hours, so we need to leave here quickly. I saw something down there. Read this. Oh, 8 pages, okay. There's a new problem. Our equipment is detecting 2 distant beacons from the vessel. But it isn't possible for the vessel to be in 2 different locations at the same time. I agree, but the beacons are exactly identical to each other. Perhaps if I had more time. We're nearly out of time already. Then, the vessel's beacon is quickly fading. Soon it'll be gone and we'll be lost. We will follow to the beacon whose source is nearest to us. But suppose that beacon is false. We likely don't have enough air to reach the farther of the 2 beacons then. The decision is made for us. We'll leave a trail of lights as we go. There's still a chance someone could hear our escape pod's distress signal. Ship log updated. Begin flight log. Escape pod 3. Vessel has been mortally injured. Emergency sequence activated. Awaiting departure from vessel. Now launching escape pod 3. Alert. Multiple collisions have altered pod's trajectory. Significant damage to pod detected. Warning. Navigation error. Life support error. Motion error. Scanning external environment. Scan complete. Gravity not detected. Breathable air not detected. Multiple life forms detected. Potentially hostile. Verdict. Do not exit pod. Emergency escape hatch. Well, I got something. Said they left it like a trail of lights. Which I think I saw some lights, but I've lost them now. Okay, yeah, there's some lights. These like inspectable. I'm gonna hope that there's no anglerfish nearby, because I'm just focused on following these lights. What did I get in my log? About 3 connected to the survivors. I thought there'd be more. Thought I found a whole lot more than that. Many who come here searching for us. We followed one of the 2 beacons from the vessel to this place, but now can go no further. It's almost too faint to hear now, but the vessel's beacon is still faintly emitting from within the stormy sea. Yet the opening is too small for even a single nomad to fit through it, so our escape pod couldn't have flown through here. I don't understand how this place could be possible, but this gruesome place seems to be able to manipulate space itself. Maybe this was our undoing. Be so close to the location of the vessel and still be so far is difficult. Worse, the vessel's beacon is dying. Soon we'll be unable to hear it. There's nothing we can do now but try to perhaps find a way inside, or at least attempt to comprehend why this happened. My dearest hope is that the other escape pods were able to reach safety. Ship log updated. Is this thing beating? I don't think I can go in there. But And just push their bodies out of the way. Wait a minute. I just had a thought. Like, I feel like there's no way this is gonna work, right? Could I like take this body and just like use it as bait? Maybe, but I'm not gonna like chase it around right now. That might have been it. There's no way I have to do that, right? Just like wrangle it in. Can it fit through here? Apparently it can. Well, I don't know how much time I have here. But maybe if I can find more bodies, I can use those. I don't know what the spinning thing is. I'd assume it's just like a piece of wood or something. Unless... I'll try it in another life. I don't think I have much time. Wait. I had an idea. I have another idea. Let me just put a marker there just in case. So I'm thinking. I thought maybe like they would leave and reset if I left and came back. But apparently they stay right where they are. What if... What if there are multiple like teleporters that are red? So what if I go in one, like lure them away from like another teleport and then go inside another one. Like there's not enough time in life to try out all these ideas. There's probably a parallel to be drawn to real life there. Having so many ideas and aspirations, things you want to try, not having enough time to actually do them all. Instead, having to pick and choose what it is you want to pursue in life. When in reality, there's actually no wrong path to take. Okay. What's inside this like spinning thing? Is there anything, or is it just like spinning? Before I go in, is there anything like behind it? It's like a rock, probably. A moving rock. Yeah. It feels darker than before. I thought this was supposed to be light bramble. I feel like this is definitely different. This is not the same place. feel like that's death. Okay, I have an idea. I probably didn't do anything. Wait. I'm inside the ship. Stage for anything to say. Mark it down in case that's a memorable moment. Okay. I want to go find a feldspar this time. Like, just in case they can tell me something I don't know. They probably won't. But what if they did? What if they did? Okay. I want to try something else now. Well, I did say I want to find a feldspar, so I should probably do that. I thought that was an anglerfish for a second. I'll probably find feldspar somewhere. Looks safe enough. Did I hit something? I feel like I hit something. I don't know what that is. Is it the back of my ship? Back of my ship. I think I'm just going in circles. I don't see what else there is to do. Can I evade the anglerfish? They know. I think they know, considering they're facing me. Probably shouldn't log on to it. What am I supposed to do about this thing? Does time still move when I'm like in Dark Bramble? I feel like I've been here for a while. I probably shouldn't have recalled it. Now I don't know where it is. I wanna try something. Okay. So I think it has a harder time detecting me if I'm not on the ship. I touched the lure. My ship. I just like drive right by him. So I hit a wall. Okay. I think I need a different approach. I'm gonna grab my suit and like not leave yet. You comment on it? Okay. I'll I'll flex on this kid. Yeah, I landed it. No. I don't think anyone here has anything interesting to say. I want to find like the museum place. The observatory. comment on anything because I'm wearing my suit. Ah. I don't think... I don't think I'll find anything here. On Feldspar. I would have thought like maybe like the journal, the museum entry would tell me something about the anglerfish. I don't think it does. Where's the exit? Okay. I'll start taking off now. Depending on if Jackbox is still going, I might end it soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I want to give it a break from trying to do Dark Bramble, because I think I'm still missing something. Do I have any more unknowns? Could be a good place to start. Island Shard. Kind of close to the sun, but should be okay. bunker. Finding myself then. And probably overshoot it by a lot. Or a little bit. Is it in that one cave that I couldn't get through? Just sand. Still good. Where's my ship? Or Friends, if you find any sign of Coleus, I implore you to tell me. He vanished without a trace during our research trip and has been missing ever since. Where was young Coleus lost, Malore? He disappeared in the cave at the bottom of the dry lake bed at the North Pole. It happened in an instant, and without warning. I turned away from Coleus to examine the sample, and when I turned back, he simply wasn't there anymore. He had a limited supply of air, and I'm afraid for him. Hypothesis. We will learn more by examining the northern lake bed cave where Coleus disappeared. Search quickly, everyone. We have no time to squander. Dolores. Some of us from the Sullen City are here to help search for Coleus. Can you tell us more about your expedition? You have my gratitude, Burr. Coleus and I were studying the cave's geology. We hope to learn more about a unique wandering rock that visits several different caves in the area. I found something. I thought I had air down here. Wait. Here's someone coming home. I might wrap it up like in a minute or two. Gives me an idea for next time. Sand's rising still. I think it is. I just wanted to try it. see. Yeah, I think leave it there for now. After I get a good marshmallow roast. Get killed by ghost matter. Oh, look for somebody to raid. Didn't. Oh. I wonder who's on the raid. Yeah, we'll call it there. Okay. Okay. I know who we're raiding. Because I probably rated the same person like 10 times in a row by this point. Alright. We are once again raiding Miri the Giraffe, playing Cult of the Lamb, for probably the 10th time in a row. I just get in there. I'm currently doing a poll. Somebody to join. Let me start. I'm not in their call yet, because, like, I want to, like, hold that above their head, you know? I'm not in their cult. Uh, gives me a tier 3 sub, and I'll join the cult. I'd like to make that joke with them. So tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be back with Hollow Knight. If all goes well, which hopefully it will. If it doesn't, I might consider moving the Hollow Knight days, because I've got to make it work. But until then, I don't have an outro right now.
And until I decide